to be honest, I have been drawing every day for the past year or so, but this year is different. This year I'm being intentional, you know. This year I'm documenting the process a lot more. I'm being more reflective. I'm analyzing my work in a different way, you know, and I think it's already starting to show, like, even in the way I'm creating now, it's starting to show. So I've been doing a drawing every day for the past 7 days. Well, past 10 days now. But I'm going to be reflecting on, you know, just like ideas that have come up, different processes I've learned, new techniques and skills I've learned, new mindsets that I've acquired. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video today to sort of show you what I've learned, basically, and share my journey with you. So the first one that I've learned is to always appreciate the small things we take for granted, you know. So it's taught me gratitude, right? Because leaving early in the morning to get on the bus and, you know, go to central London, and you actually see the sun rise, and I think watching the sun rise and taking a walk in that cold, brisk London air, even though it's freezing, you just have this, it just makes you appreciate life a lot more, you know? So even just appreciating the skill that I have of being able to draw, like, it just makes me feel like I should be, it makes me utilize it more, because I feel like, wow, I've been blessed with this skill, and it's like, I'm just out here using it, you know? It makes me feel appreciative for that. And I feel blessed and grateful that I'm able to wake up in the morning, see the sunrise, you know? And that reflected in my work. Like the other day, I was just thinking, I think it was like day 2, I was on the bus and I was thinking, what should I draw? Then I was looking around and I was like, you know what? In some countries, in some places in the world, it's so difficult to even just get public transport, or public transport is something that, you know, we shouldn't take for granted, even though it's like, it's something that we just expect. It's something we shouldn't take for granted. So I just looked around and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna draw the bus. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna draw the bus. So I did that, and yeah, like I started drawing in pencil first, and then I mixed it and I added the yellows in there for the iconic yellow bars of the bus seats, you know. So yeah, it was about appreciating life and just, you know, reflecting. But it made me reflect a lot more. So it made me slow down and like not try and always live life at 100 miles an hour. Like, you don't always have to be in a rush. And I think that was part of my thing last year. It was like, just felt like I was just rushing at times, you know. And I've now learned that, cool, there's a time where you will have to move faster or at a faster pace, but then that also means that there's times when you're gonna have to slow down the pace as well. So it's about learning when to slow down, when to reflect, when to speed up, you know, when to work quick when you're doing the shadows and the shading, and when to slow down and take your time with the fine details of the drawing, for example. Yeah, like what I'm doing now. Okay. So yeah, that's another couple things I've learned. And then I've got my notes here, guys, so excuse me, this is my first long form video, so it may not be the perfect set, but we're here anyway. We're podcasting. Think about it, that we're podcasting. Another thing I've learned is that sometimes not having a plan is okay. Yeah, it's okay not to have it all figured out. Like, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I've just noticed recently that just letting my instinct do the work and just like feeling free when I'm creating, and actually going in, not having a plan, I've created some of my favorite pieces this year already. You know what I mean? So it's like recently, I haven't really even been planning what I'm gonna draw. I've just sort of woken up in the morning and I'm going about my daily business. And then when I get to picking up the paper and pencil, I'm just drawing. There's no sort of, okay, what should I draw? I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's just like, it's like I'm fully relying on instinct now at this point. And I'm really enjoying that. And it feels really liberating and free to be able to, to do that basically. Like it's really fun that, I can just come up with something and just do it, if that makes sense. So like, I'm not overthinking the process. I'm not planning, oh, if I should do this, if I should do that. I'm not getting bogged down with the details. I'm just like, there's a vision in my mind. It's crazy because it's like my subconscious mind takes over. My subconscious mind takes over, and then my conscious mind, the one at the front of my mind, is just like watching and observing and learning. So it's like there's two minds working together to create this artwork now. So it's like, yeah, it's really interesting. It's really interesting, and being present as well sometimes helps too. So it's like, even though I say the subconscious mind is creating the work, the conscious mind is still present, and he's just watching and observing. So let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, another thing was like using materials that you enjoy. That's one thing I've learned. When I use materials that, for example, like the pencil, I just get different. Like I'm just able to get so expressive with the pencil, and it's something that I am consciously working on with like using digital art and stuff, and I can create expressive work. I know I can, but some things just come naturally. And in that process, I've learned that when I use the pencil, I just get these expressive lines that have so much character and personality. And it's not always the most detailed, but those lines, those expressive lines, like even what you're seeing here now, they just say 1,000 words without even putting words out on the paper. They already say 1,000 words. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there is that as well. And the thing is, I'll be honest with you guys as well, yeah. I was planning to do this whole comic book using digital, but like I haven't used my iPad that much. Even since I bought my iPad, I haven't used it that much. It's just, I don't know. You guys let me know. If there's anyone out there that uses iPad or digital art, like let me know what you think. How do you convey emotion with that stylus pen? Because I've got mine here, right? Like, because it's just crazy to get my head around that this pen can be a pencil, a paintbrush, a charcoal stick, an oil paint, an acrylic, a watercolor. It's like everything all in this one thing. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an over emotional person, but I just feel like hearing that, hearing that sound, like that, the pencil scraping against the paper, like it's a sensory feeling that you can't get when you're tapping the screen with using a pen. Like, as much as I understand the practicality of using iPads and using modern technology to create work, and obviously it's still a part of what I'm gonna have to do, I'm just like, you know what? I just really prefer using the traditional materials like watercolor, like pencil. I think pencil, when I'm feeling energetic, when I'm feeling bubbly, or like there's a chaotic drawing or there's something really serious, then I think just that using that pencil, it really gets that point across. Even look, hear that sound. Just listen to this sound for a minute or so. Yeah, so you hear that. So, and that's the sound that I associate with like creating great work. So maybe there's a psychological reason behind that too. Let's just make sure we're all good with the recording. Yep, looks like it. Yeah. So as you can see, my my home is a little bit like I've got the jacket on the chair there. It's like it's not perfect, innit? But hey, we're here. We're setting up. Yeah, I think I was gonna say from the past 7 days, I want to talk about my most meaningful artwork that I've created in the past 7 days. So my most meaningful piece of artwork would be the one drawing of my granddad. So my granddad, his name was Joe Manzano, Joe the Boss, they call him, Joe the Boss Manzano. And I'll give you guys a quick family history lesson now for me, for the Manzanos. So my great grandfather, Augustine Manzano, he was a professional oil painter and a head teacher. So he done a lot of landscapes, paintings, and portraits of famous and well-known people in Trinidad. And he was a head teacher of a school in Trinidad as well. And my grandfather was an artist, a musician, and a producer and a business entrepreneur as well. Like he was like community activist, man. He worked so heavily in the community that his name still rings bells to this day in Trinidad. So there's even community centers that have been named after him. That's how powerful his impact was in the community. Let me just check this. That's how powerful his name was in the community, you see. So then my dad, Marlon Manzano, he's an artist, he's a musician and a DJ. And yeah, he's just an all-round creative as well. Like anything my dad puts his mind to, he can do it. And I think his mindset shifted onto me as well, because now I'm following in the footsteps of all my ancestors and doing the great things that they set out to do as well. And I'm just continuing it. So the fact that I was able to draw my granddad's photo, draw his picture, it really connected with me, and I felt like he was actually speaking to me, you know. In fact, I could hear his voice as I was doing that drawing. It was so powerful, you know. It was so powerful that I could connect with him like that, because I'll even tell you guys something. When my granddad was alive, he would always ask me, "Oh, Joshua, man." That's how he used to talk. Joshua, boy, you need to draw a picture of your old grandfather, man. You need to draw a picture of me, now, boy. And I was like, yes, granddad, I would do it. But you know what? I never got around to it, you know. I would always say I would do it, but I never did it. And then when I found out that he passed away, that was one of the things that I was most hurt by, you know, is that I felt like partly I didn't live up to that promise, you know. So I said to myself, like, during my stage of grieving for my granddad, that I'm gonna carry on your legacy, and I'm gonna draw 1,000 pictures of you, granddad. I'm gonna draw 1,000 pictures of you, and I'm gonna keep your memory alive. So yeah, I did that, and that piece, that drawing there, that's like the most impactful piece. And even now, I'm sharing even now me sharing this, yeah, it made me realize that when people are alive, don't take their presence for granted. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know when the last day could be. None of us know when the last day could be. So I realized, always try and live every day as if it's your birthday. Like, live every day as if there's a celebration, you know? That's what I learned to do. And keeping my granddad's memory alive, all of that is part of it too, man. So I think it was like day 6 was the most important drawing for me, which you'll see on the screen as well. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Let's see what else we got. Okay, this is one realization that I've had this week as well, is that anything I put my mind to, I can achieve it. Anything I put my mind to, I will achieve it. I can achieve it, and I have achieved it. There's no limit to what we can do with our mind. You know, there's no limit to what we can. There's no limit to what we can do. We're our only limit to the goals that we can achieve. You know what I mean? So I used to say things like, "Oh, I can't draw portraits. I'm not drawing at portraits." Now look, I'm drawing so many portraits. I'm drawing so many portraits. Do you know what I mean? So part of it is just believing in yourself, man, and just believing you can and knowing you can. You know what I mean? So knowing that, yeah, I can do this. I am doing this. I've done it. And sometimes even just acting as if you've done it a million times before, that helps just like reduce some of the anxiety that might be going on. Just like, yeah, I've done this a million times. I can do it again. So yeah, just having that like self-belief and self-confidence. And I think being an artist, we're blessed because we've got a very easy way or very unique way of boosting our confidence, because all we've got to do is draw a picture and like transfer something from our mind to the paper, and it's like that's like a superpower. Do you know what I mean? So like being an artist is literally a superpower to me as well. Let's see what else we've got. Let me make sure it's still recorded. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so maybe another challenging moment, something that, you know, maybe you guys can relate as well, but you know, sometimes doing art and drawing, especially drawing memories of the past, it can kind of bring up old wounds and old trauma, which, depending how you look at it, it can be something that will benefit you, but it can also maybe have an emotional impact on you as well. But I've done enough work on my mental health to understand that when things like that, like when I'm faced with traumatic events that might have happened in the past, I've developed that mechanism where it's like, okay, this happened in the past, but it's not happening now. So I don't need to put my body in that fight or flight mode in that moment, unless it's something intentional that I want to transfer into the artwork. So it's really about mind mastery, you know, and like learning your mind inside out. This is what drawing every day has taught me. It's like it helps you connect with your mind. It's not just like drawing a picture. It's literally like therapy in a way, you know. It's therapy. It's art therapy. But yeah, this is what we've done so far today. I think I'm gonna leave it there for the reflection, because I can't think of anything else that I could say. I probably think of 10 million things after this video has ended. You know how it goes. But yeah, man, this is part of the comic book. This is gonna be page 11 of the comic. Yeah, so as you can see, it's building itself, man. I can't wait to show you guys like the full final details of it, man. You guys are gonna enjoy this. I can tell. I can definitely tell you guys are gonna enjoy this. And like I said, I've decided now. I came to the realization that, because I was gonna use the iPad to create it. I think I said in the beginning of the video, but there's something about these scenes that need a pencil to emphasize the emotion. Like for this one, for example, like this one needed to be drawn in pencil, because I could show you the one I did on my iPad and it didn't hit the same. But when I did it on the pencil, it just felt right, you know. So I'm gonna do it that way, using pencil, watercolors, and ink as well, ink too. But yeah, that's been today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Look out for my next video, because you're gonna be seeing a lot more from me. So we'll see you soon. Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well. Subscribe to my channel too.